It's another gorgeous morning here at the pond, and I know we still have baby goats to look at, but you know what? We have got to visit with our chicken friends, our turkey friends. We've got to visit with the pond. The pond's looking a little dirty or murky because we had some high winds and definitely have winds blowing, that put some pollen and fun stuff on the surface, but all of that will disappear. And honestly, if we look at the clarity of the water is still perfectly fine. It's just the surface that's icky. I've been looking for tadpoles, still no tadpoles, but let me tell you, we are going to be 80 plus degrees, probably close to 90 degrees this morning. And the turkey are on fire today. And it is going to stay that way for the next 5 to 6 days, possibly longer. We're going to have an explosion of tadpoles. Okay? Incredible. It'll be so much fun. The ducks will decimate them, but for now, I like to look for them. I like to see that nature is doing what nature does, especially when we have all those froggies singing at night. And we have different types of tadpoles, different types of frogs. We have spring peepers. We have, can you get in a drink? Yeah. We have bullfrogs. We have all sorts of, normal New Jersey native frogs. And again, native is the key. I have not seen any turtles yet this season, but it's still a little early for turtles to pop up. I never figure out how the turtles actually get in, to be honest with you. And they don't seem to stay the whole time. They tend to, I'll call it, transient visit, similar to the geese, the Canada geese that come by, which have not been by in almost a month now. So they are definitely, on their nests raising, speaking of nests, so they're definitely on their nests and raising babies. Speaking of nests, this one's freshly laid. It's sopping wet. And I'm going to stick it in my pocket anyway. And we've got eggs here. Thankfully, these weeds are not brambles. These are actually, I'm going to stitch them together. So if you see an interesting cut, I'm going to try and stitch this together, because somehow I managed to hit the button and stop recording after I after I reached down into there to go get some eggs. Let's see if there's any more eggs in there, and maybe I'll not stop the video this time. I stood here for a second a little frustrated. So I'm like, I've got a couple of minutes of video already, and I don't want to lose that. And I lose so much video time as it is because I'm a technical idiot sometimes. But yeah, we're going to try and make that work. Fingers crossed. So if you've survived this far, I'm Pam. This is Racing for Home Farm, where the animals rule the schedule, and I just try and keep up. Nothing here is scripted, clearly. Nothing here is planned. We roll with what the animals want to do, and they're cute, so it makes up for it. So thanks for being here. We just hit 1,100 subscribers, which is incredible to me. So, thank you so much. If you're not one of those 1,100 subscribers, why not? What's wrong with you? Push the button. It doesn't cost you anything other than a little pressure on your finger. And it really does help the farm. I haven't harped on this for a while, so I'm going to take a minute here. You can skip forward 30 seconds if you want, if you've heard the spiel before. But hitting subscribe, hitting like, sharing the video, it costs you nothing. It doesn't put you on a mailing list. It doesn't even tell me who you are. But what it does do is tell YouTube that people enjoy this kind of content, and YouTube then, the algorithm works to share it out to other people so other people can find us. And since one of the purposes of this channel is to raise awareness about the endangered species that we raise, that's a tremendous amount of help. What else can you do? You can certainly comment on the videos. Engagement, quote unquote, the whole social media gimmick is real, and the more comments we get, the more YouTube pushes the video. I'm gonna go check the trees for eggs real quick. So again, it really does help. It doesn't cost anything, and I promise you, it doesn't put you on any mailing list. Now, if you want to be on a mailing list, you can use our Contact Us form, either in my link tree, which is in the description below, on our website, which is linked in the description below, and you can get on our mailing list, and then you'll find out all the good stuff, because I put out a monthly newsletter as well. But that's a whole different thing. Meanwhile, what's happening here at the farm is we are T-minus 7 days until baby bird season. Oh, there's swifts and swallows. I hope we're getting this on the pond. I don't want to zoom in too far because we might miss where they're swooping. Let's see if they come back. They usually do a lot of passes. So we're going to give them a second to come back. It's so cool when they swoop down on the pond. They literally are skimming the bugs right off the top of the pond. And of course, as I'm talking, I'm not seeing them come back, but you know, that's par for the course. We're going to give it a little bit of time and watch the duckies swim anyway. So we are T-minus 7 days until baby birds arrive. I have my first hatch, my first clutch hatching will be ducklings, chicks, and turkey poults. So we're going to have a whole thing, assuming it's successful, of course. I'm excited because, you know, the first hatch is always the most exciting. The second hatch is even more exciting because it starts to pile up, right? And we've got all these different, you know, layers and all these different sizes and shapes, and it's just fun. All of our ducks are magpie ducks. Magpie ducks are fantastic ducks. They're a dual-purpose duck. They lay about 280 eggs a year. They can be used for meat if you choose to. We don't process here, but certainly these ducks are dual-purpose. They're egg and meat. But they're also extraordinarily laid back. They are not flighty birds. In fact, they don't fly at all. They physically have the capability to fly, but their preference, if they have to fly to get away from something, is just to flutter and sort of skate over the ground to get to the pond. That's where they want to be. They don't fly up into trees. They don't migrate. They're here to stay. And they're black and white, which is just cool. Then we have our Sebastopol geese, who are looking a hot mess right now because their breeding season just finished. So all of their curly feathers are molted out. When you see them in fall, you're going to think they're completely different geese because they're full of big, curly, fluffy feathers. All of our birds are heritage line birds. They do not have any mix of other geese in with them, and that is rare to find with the Sebies anymore because heritage Sebies are so challenged with fertility, with the ability to hatch. It's why I only get 2 goslings a year if I'm lucky, and we did get 2 goslings this year. So you know, we work with that heritage breed because, again, we're a livestock conservancy. We are trying to keep them in this world, but it is not easy. And then our turkey, our royal palm turkey, also black and white, but they have bright blue heads. These guys are in the height of their breeding season. I'm shipping eggs every week. I'm a week behind on my shipping schedule because the ladies took a little break. But that happens. It's not a problem. I will still fulfill because I do not actively overbook myself. I know how many eggs I can get in a season. I book short of that so that I have contingency and I have backup. And I only schedule 1 shipment of eggs a week to ensure that I'm able to fulfill when the ladies don't go on strike. And they might go on strike again, you know, midsummer as a little break, and that's their body saying they need it. So I might fall 2 weeks behind, and that's just the way it works. But they're fun. They're beautiful. They're also, again, looking a hot mess. Half of the males are missing their tails because that's what they knock off of each other. But come fall, all that will be back, and they will be beautiful again. And then we have our little baby chickens. They're Bantam Cochin chickens. These are the only ones, they are, you know, Cochins are on the Conservancy list, but these are the only guys that I don't purposefully work with. I do hatch them on demand for folks. I do hatch them for myself. But I run a mixed flock. They're all inside at the moment. I run a mixed flock of chickens. I don't segregate by color. I don't keep them in pens to make sure that everybody is pure color. So it tends to be sort of a blended mix of the standard colors. They're not show birds by any means. They're just cute, fun, fabulous birds to have around. They're also, all of these birds are winter hardy. So our New Jersey winters get into the negative numbers, you know, well below freezing when you're negative Fahrenheit. And they survive just fine, even the little Bantam Cochins. So that's some of the reason that we work with these breeds. We work with them for their personalities, for their temperaments, the fact that nobody gets aggressive, the fact that they're just fun and funny. They're not flighty and worried about us. And I enjoy working with these guys. Everybody's in the hot tub. The bubbles in the pond, if you haven't been following us, this is from our solar aerator. It does keep the water moving. It keeps the water from being stagnant in the winter when we don't have the terrible winter that we had this year. It keeps holes in the ice so that there are always, you know, there's always a water source for these guys to swim in and do what they need to do. And it, you know, keeps everything down. Now, people ask me all the time, you know, don't you have mosquito problems with this pond? And the answer is no. Why? Because the ducks and the geese and the chickens, but primarily the ducks, will scarf those larvae down with no problem. They think it's delicious. The moving water, so just these bubbles alone help keep that mosquito larvae down, right? They like stagnant water, water that isn't moving, water that is staying still. It's the stuff that collects in, you know, old tires and buckets and things that are laying around, which we don't allow to happen. And it's a natural pond. It is not lined with anything. The bottom is just dirt and rock, and it's pretty deep. It's about 12 feet deep-ish, maybe more at the deep end, and about 6 foot. It's a little empty at the moment, but about 6 foot at the shallow end. It doesn't quite always stay full at the shallow end, especially in summer because we have a ton of evaporation. And we do have our recycled or our reclaimed water does flow into this along with, you know, rainwater and anything else that may come by. So meanwhile, the swifts and the swallows have not come back. So I lied to you. We didn't get to see those unless you caught them on camera the first time they went, or you were able to see them the first time they went through. But that's it. I think that's our chat with the birds. Turkey always have something to say. Not sure if they're being nice to me or not, but they always talk to me. And eventually they'll all have their tails back. But for now, they look a bit ragtag. So I think that's it for now, guys. Until next time, I got work to do. Bye.